Okay, I guess we'll just do it. There's a lot of people that have been asking me, or actually there's a lot of people. Let me start. Hello, welcome to Web Presence 101. All these people these days want to get online and get their businesses set up. So I thought I'd make a little video that shows you how to do that. It's called Web Presence 101. It's easier than you think. Yes, indeedy. So this is what I'm going to cover in the presentation. We're going to talk about the purpose of your business website, how to quickly establish your business website, answer the question, do you need a blog? We're going to talk about landing pages, email campaigns, and autoresponders, attraction marketing, and connecting with interested people. So we're going in. That's what they say, right? Okay, so the purpose of the business site, basically it's an anchor. It helps people understand what you sell. It establishes your identity, location, and links to where there's more information about you, your business, or related services. Okay, so I've been doing this for a number of years, and I've tried so many different things. I mean, you want to have a email autoresponder, you want to be able to build a blog, you want to be able to have a website. You spend a fortune on all this stuff. Fortunately, I have that skill set, so it hasn't cost me a fortune, but I've spent a ton of time working on it. So anyway, I found a place about I guess 6 months ago or something like that. They sold me these tools. And basically, this is what you get for 49 bucks a month, or $447 a year. You get a landing page builder, so you can build all your landing pages. You can have 10 of them, which is fine because you build it, use it, replace it with something else, and continue building your list. So we'll get into that a little bit later. You can build 5 websites, which is really cool. You have a place where you can share high definition video. You have 10 of them. I basically just use YouTube. So that's really not something you need, but it's available. You get a live conference room with 50 seats, which is plenty. But since most people these days, they're using Zoom, I really don't think this is going to fly. So, but the other tools are good. And the email autoresponder, you get 25,000 leads, which is pretty good. So basically go to this little link right here and go get the gold package. Okay, and then if you want to follow what I'm suggesting. So you go ahead and do that. And I still also have a blog. They're still useful. What happens with the blog, I end up using Wix.com to build my blog. But there's lots of other choices, including this thing that I'm talking about, the Now Lifestyle. You could build a blog. And the useful purpose of that is you write little articles and stories about different things that whatever your niche is, and then you share those stories on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you share. You send it in an email, whatever. And when you share those things, it all leads back to your website. So you kind of the blog and your business website kind of go hand in hand, along with Facebook and everything else. It's just one big heap of stuff out there, and I've got quite a bit of it. So anyway, for years and years, I've been interested in attraction marketing, and placing an ad and having lots of people interested in it, and then follow up with them. And finally, when I get out of the web building business and get into the personal development area, and it turns out my first ad that I put out there I called it Poor Lives Matter, to support to promote the personal development stuff. And I actually put an ad out there on Facebook. I made a landing page using these tools so that people could go to the landing pages. And if they were interested in this ad, then they could put in their email, and I would send them a message. I'm going to show you how that works. But basically, the landing page creates curiosity. So it's how you're going to build your list of leads. This is how you're going to develop your list of people that are going to buy your product or service. So you send them more detailed information right away when they opt in, and that's using what they call an autoresponder. And then you build the relationship over time with email campaigns and sending them emails, reaching out to them, talking with them. Basically, they're interested, right? So anyway, I put the thing out there. I put a little ad out there on Facebook, and this was on July 16th. So that was last month. And And I ended up getting like 7,630 engagements and 44,000 people reached, which is pretty good. And ended up getting 4,800 likes, 400 comments, and 1,000 shares. So everywhere that that's shared, there's going to be more people that have seen it, that have maybe gestured on it, you know, commented, put a like or whatever, right? Anyway, then you just follow up with them as you see fit. There's a lot of different ways to do that, but instead of hounding your family and friends over your businesses, especially online businesses, everybody thinks it's a scam. So they're not going to want to opt in. They're not going to want to talk with you. Pretty soon after you do a number of these online businesses, which I've done, you get people, they pretty much running away from you. You know? So funny thing that now that I've got that part of it kind of wired, I'm not really doing the web development stuff and the online business per se, but these tools are part of an online business, a network marketing business. So you can make money on it too. So anyway, but I'm just saying. So I put the ad out there, and basically the idea is you don't necessarily want to be chasing people. Not only do you want to be chasing your families and friends, you don't want to be chasing the people online either. You know, there's tons of people. Did I put a statistic up there? I think I did. Yeah, there's 3 billion worldwide internet users, and 53% of those people are accessing the internet from their phones. Okay, so you don't have to hound your family and friends. And like I said, you know, this generated some pretty good traffic that I can follow up with, which is good. So another thing I do is I have this thing called Calendly, and it's a way for people to schedule phone calls with me. Again, you're not chasing them; they're making appointments to talk with you, and that's the whole idea. Is you want to get that going so people will do that. So I'm going to show you a few things. Let me just go over here. This is the Now Lifestyle system that I'm suggesting you buy. And in their digital products, they got a email autoresponder. So for instance, if I go over here to the campaigns, and I go to the messages, and I want to look at the messages for the, let me move this out of the way a little bit, for the campaign called Poor Lives Matter. Okay. And you can see that, here's what happens is as soon as somebody opts into that page, actually I'm going to show you what that page looks like real quick. Let's make a little browser window here. So you go to poorlivesmatter2.com, and basically it comes up like that. I got a little video of Bob talking about self-image, and then people can enter their name and their email. And when they do that, oops, where the heck is it? Here it is. When they do that, they're going to get this first email right here, the thinking behind Poor Lives Matter. Okay. And then after that, 7 days after that, this email is going to go out. And 1 day after that, this email, and so on and so forth, right? So I got 14 days of emails that go out, and you can see it just kind of started. Anyway, that's basically the tool for the autoresponder campaign. But then you have this landing page builder. And in the landing page builder, I can go over to the one for, oh, actually, it's not Poor Lives Matter. There's another thing called an authority website builder. So remember, you got five websites. Let's go back to this and show you. So here with this gold plan, you get 5 websites. So basically, you can use those websites. For instance, here, you get your domain name. You can either create a domain name that you want. You click here and register one, or you can take one that you already have, and then you set up I should show, I wonder if I should get into that. No, I'm not going to show you that, but basically you have to set something up here, and then you go here to build your site. And let's say I have the one called here, called Jenny Florist. Okay, I just happen to have that, but I'm going to actually use, if I want to use a different template, then I can just go over here to settings and change the template. Okay, so I'm going to go, don't worry, I'm not going to get into great detail here. I'm just going to show you quickly. The website that I use, where the heck is it? So they got several templates here. Let me just scroll a little bit slower. It's not that. Oh, here it is, right here. So this one, I'll apply that template. Basically, once you do that, then you've got a whole, basically, a whole website all ready to go. Okay, and if I use that particular template for my business site, which is this one, Be the Spark LLC. Okay, so I've used that, and basically I have a message here with a little quote. I've got some links to some Bob Proctor stuff. I have a link to one of my landing pages so people could watch the webinar. Another link to learn more, which goes to the calendar. Basically, got a little blurb about me, a little picture of me, and some contact information, email. I should put my phone number down here, Facebook links, and Twitter links. So basically, I created that with the Authority Website Builder, which is cool, and it was easy. It was easy as going over here. Where was it? Going over here and selecting a template, and let's say I wanted it to look like this. I could apply that, and then you have a website that looks like this. And you basically can change all that stuff and put whatever information you want in there. You can even get into the code. Click on the code right here, and you can, you know, if you have some little geeky guy like me, they can go in here and mess with the code. You can go back here. So basically, those are the tools you're getting with this gold membership. You end up with a website builder, that's what I just showed you. Okay, and I also showed you the autoresponder. So you can have 25,000 people opt in, which is good. And then the landing page. So we'll go over here and look at the landing page. Here on the landing page builder, I actually created one for one of the webinars. It was this one right here. I'm going to open it. Actually, I'll edit it so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so it comes up, and this is the Now Lifestyle tools that you're going to pay 49 bucks a month, or it was something like $500 a year, which is basically a business expense. You need to buy it because you need to have some tools to create your landing pages so you can build your customer base. So basically, I made this one, and right here, I'm not going to get into real detail here, but this particular thing is the form. That's the form where they're putting their name. And in here, it says up here, hopefully you can see that. I wish I should have had something that highlights this arrow, but I have the campaign that this is going into one called The Secret Science of Getting Rich. And then after they're done, I'm going to take them to a thank you page. That's what the TY page is. So if I go back over here to my, get out of this website builder thing, get out of this thing, oh here, oh shoot, okay, let's go to, let's just do this real quick. We'll just log in fresh into Now Lifestyle, and I'm going to go to the digital products and go to the landing page builder, or no, I'm sorry, the email autoresponder. Okay, and remember this page that I was showing you, this one here, and the name of the email campaign is The Secret Science Getting Rich. You see that over there? Well, in here, I can look at those subscribers, and you can search for the campaign, and the campaign was The Secret Science to Getting Rich, right? And I can choose, I'll just go back. I can't remember how long ago I ran this thing. I'll just go back to May and search, and it's going to show you all the people that opted into that webinar. here they all are. Here there's, it tells me, oh, there's 51 people. Okay, so I had 51 people that are also leads that I can follow up with. Now, when these people opted into that, to this page right here, this page, when they opted into this, they put their name and email in there, and they were sent, they were sent these messages. I'll show you the message. They were sent these messages right here. I think there was only one or two. So there was two of them. So I sent them a link to their seminar, and then I sent them another follow-up email that said, what did you think of it? Okay, and you can see how many emails are sent, how many were opened, how many people clicked. Okay, well, this thing, you notice on the second one, I sent 3 days after the first one, right? And 48 were sent out, oops, and only one was open, and nobody clicked on anything, right? And so the way it works out there is that they have all these companies out there that are selling you leads. Basically, they say, here, you give us your landing page and we'll go promote it for you. We'll give you so many hits. And really they're kind of worthless, you know, in a way, because the real way you're going to work with people is you want to attract them to you. So you don't want to go out there and buy traffic necessarily, unless you're just you're just getting started and you want to get something going. Okay, you want to feel like you're doing something, but really you're just pretty much wasting money if you're buying leads like that. The way you really want to get people to become your client is you want to interest them in whatever it is you're selling by your blog and your posts on social media, et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, I'm going to show you a few more little things. We talked about that. I'm just going to show you. Oh yeah, the on my website. Okay, on this website here. Okay, I have a button on here that says "Let's Talk." Okay, so when someone clicks on that and says "Let's Talk," it takes them to this page where they can schedule a time to meet with me for 30 minutes and talk about what do you really want. Okay, so that's the way I can talk with people and get appointments. Okay, so you use that tool. So what else do I have? I have, how do you do this? Get this off here. Okay. Let's see what else I have that I wanted to show. Oh yeah, so this other thing called Bitly, bitly.com. Basically, if you were going to, you know, sometimes you have a link and you don't want people to see necessarily what the link is, or it's a really long one. You can use this tool called Bitly, and let's say I wanted to put in my website. Let's say we wanted to put CNN in there, cnn.com. When you create that, it creates you a little smaller link. Okay, CNN's pretty small, so that was probably a poor choice. But basically, if you paste that link in there, it's going to take you to CNN, even though it didn't say CNN. So there's CNN. So that's what Bitly is used for. I'm just mentioning that briefly. You could probably rewind the webinar and see a little bit more about this. I knew I was going to get too geeky, but didn't try to. Now there's another thing here that Facebook has that you use. Get this thing out of here. Okay, it's a debugging tool. So let's say I wanted to see what, you know, when you post something on Facebook and the wrong picture comes up, okay, or the picture you weren't expecting. So you can go here and let's say I put in the PoorLivesMatter2.com site and I click on debug. And what that does is it comes up and it'll show you what image is going to be displayed when you post that on Facebook, okay? And so in the way, if I go back here without getting too terribly technical, if I go back here to my landing pages, let's go back here. Is it going? Yeah, it's going. Okay, go back here and actually I want to go to my authority website builder. Okay, and I'm going to go to the one I'm going to go to the site that I had over here, build my site, and go to the site that's Poor Lives Matter. Okay, and if you go to the settings of that site, I mean on pages, go to the pages, there's a place in there where you can set what the image, oops, oh, I remember now. You go to the code editor, and in the code editor, I guess I am kind of techie, huh? If you go to the code editor, there's a meta property right here. It's called OG image. And that's where that image comes from that shows up on Facebook when you post stuff to Facebook. So anyway, the tools are pretty robust because you can get in there and you can deal with that code. If you got a geeky person that can do that stuff. And it isn't like rocket science, but you need to have someone that wants to do that. And it's not me. I just wanted to share these tools with you and show you, right? And now back to my presentation. The thing I'm really interested in, okay, the really thing is this, I'm making a webinar called Develop Your Superpowers. Okay, and that's going to be using the Bob Proctor teachings to show people how to develop their superpowers. So that's my real focus, right? That's really what I want to do. But I met a bunch of other PGI consultants, Proctor Gallagher Institute consultants, and I'm finding that they're very curious about how do you set all this stuff up. So that's one of the reasons I made the webinar. Okay, so I'm not really I don't really want to have a web development business as such, but I really want to make sure all this Proctor Gallagher information gets shared to the world. So if you're a Proctor Gallagher consultant, okay, and you need a website, this is what I'll commit to. Okay, I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to commit to something here because you can create whatever you want, right? So what I'm creating is that I'm going to find some other Proctor Gallagher consultants that all they really want to do is they want to have a little website that says something positive, an anchor, if you will, right? And they want to be able to put this looks good, by the way, on the phone. It doesn't look so good on the full screen, but I built this particular template that I used. I really just want to have it on the phone. That's basically how I want it. But anyway, all these links, working with the law, 6 Minutes to Success, Streaming Club, all those things are code. We can just take this template, copy it for you, and then put your stuff in there, right? So that you have links, your affiliate links. You get it? And then I got magic in your, oh, here's the one that the Science of Getting Rich. Look at this. When you click on that, this looks, I recreated this using those now lifestyle tools. This is Proctor Gallagher's landing page. Okay, but I wanted to collect I wanted my leads to go into my database so that I can follow up with them and I can do whatever I'm doing with them, right? So, so basically, I just wanted to show you that very quickly, like let's say you went out and you said, okay, Paul, I want to have a website just like this. I'll put my picture and I'll put my little about your facilitator, right? Because we facilitate making it into results. So you want to have, a little short blurb about you. If you want to go get the tool to do your call scheduling when people want to set appointments with you, then you can have that Let's Talk button linked to that, or you can link to whatever you want, and I'll help you with all that. Okay, and I'll even do this template. I'm not going to take another template and do a bunch of tweaking and turn into, oh, I really wanted this to be red and I really wanted this to be green. You'd have to hire someone to do that, okay? But I can get you set up and get you the tools and help you if you're interested. And so that's what I'm willing to do in the spirit of, let's see, go back to my little presentation. In the spirit of developing your superpowers, because that's what we want to do, right? We want to get out there and we want to help people develop their superpowers with this Proctor Gallagher Institute information. And so that's what's really this whole focus is about. Okay, and I just couldn't resist the urge to create a little webinar to sort of explain these things. And I know I packed a lot of information into into a webinar that maybe was too much technical information. But basically, if you just do this, you go back over here, you go to this link right here, nowlifestyle.com/earlybird/?ID equal P Goulart. Okay, you go over there, pay the $49, get your account, okay, and then I'll help you with the rest. We'll get your domain name, we'll do all that stuff, and I'll end up having you develop your superpowers in the web development side, right? So, but again, that's not what I want my occupation to be, right? I'm just building this because we want to get this information out, the laws of the universe, out to the world. Alrighty, so that's it. I guess I'm just gonna stop my little webinar now, and thank you for coming. I appreciate you spending the time, and that's it. Have a good one. Stop this. Oh, this is how you stop it. Okay, you go to end meeting. This is my first webinar, by the way.